Morning, how's it going? So just sort of sorting out my collar here. Not that kind of collar, but collar anyway. Yes, still running around in rubbers and heels. I was a bit lax on the heels for a while there. And I was like, no, got to get back into it. Even though, people work from home, for me, it's like no excuse to sort of or it is a better excuse to get in the mindset is to still put on your work clothes, still kind of dress, put on shoes. Sometimes, I have put on slippers because it has been really, really cold. But yeah, just to say, okay, well, you know what, I'm gonna get into the mindset, keep in the work mindset, help with the work mindset. So anyway, kinking in everyday life. Now, this morning I got up, so going through my usual walk, I went and did some stuff. So what you're seeing is a palette covered in what they call creosote, which is a mixture of old sump oil and petrol or gas for you Americans, from the car. And what it does is it's got a lot of bad shit in the sump oil, and it helps protect the palette from termites and other insects and stuff like that. Now the question is, was I doing this in rubber? No, because oils and stuff are really, really bad for rubber, which is kind of funny because humans usually have oils on their skin, and that is also bad for rubber because it's a natural product, and people know this from having leather as well. So treat it kind of the same as leather, but not as rough as leather, because leather you can punch holes in it and things will be fine or okay, but in rubber, if you have holes in rubber that's not supposed to be there, it's kind of bad. So yeah, this is one that's kind of half finished. I've got to get back to it later to have a break. But that's leading to like kink in everyday life, and people will try and push it and try and put it into everyday life all the time, every time. And the things, it doesn't have to be blatant, it can be really subtle. Like I said, I didn't do that in my rubbers because one, it's not good for the rubbers, and I'm pretty hard on my rubbers too. But one, it's not good for the rubbers or my latex. And two, like practicalities. I have done some heavy manual work in rubber because that was the kind of mood I was in, but I was very careful with my rubbers and my latex, and also what I was doing, and having to wear things that will actually be appropriate. So I'm working on getting some rubber shorts so I can wear that with some stuff over the top, because a lot of the skirts that I've had, check out this. These are my Brussels sprouts. And look at those. That's in those little things there are where sprouts actually. These little sprouty bits right here. So I got to get bigger. Anyway, your choice of clothes will be dependent on what you can do, and what you're doing will dictate the choice of clothes. Like if I was at a work site or doing things where I might get caught on a lot of twigs and snags, I wouldn't be wearing a circle skirt that would, billow out and possibly get caught on it. And if I did, I would be like, very wary and saying, okay, well, this is what could happen. I'm going to be more careful around these items, things, or where I'm going and what my clothes are doing. Now, if you have some old rubber or some old clothes that you don't mind getting a bit sort of tatty, and I have some of them, then by all means. I've actually got some old circle skirts and stuff that I wear sometimes when I'm doing painting, and I want to wear rubber and latex and keep in that. But otherwise, there's some stuff that I've done where, I've worn rubber, but I've put other clothes on top, like actual work clothes on top. Like I've worn cat suits and put like a drill work shirt over the top of it so that it didn't get too bad. There's times when I've been doing insulating where it's actually preferable for me to wear a full-on rubber outfit, but have like a collar that goes up to here so I don't get like a lot of scratchy stuff in like my collar and in my clothes and all that sort of thing. So yeah, What else? There's plenty of ways you can do things that are unobtrusive. Some people like to be really out there and show everybody that they're proud of their kink life, which is cool. But be aware that they will get the looks that some people don't like the looks or comments, or depending on where they live, they might get some other reactions. I kind of like to blend stuff in, which is why I have a lot of clothes and I just wear them around, and I just am kind of casual about it, as in, it's my kink, I love it, I wear it, but I don't want to throw things in people's faces. I don't wear an obvious collar. I don't have my partner walk around with me on a dog lead going through the mall or anything like that, because some people say, oh, well, I'd like to do that. So, well, yeah, but when you think about it, the whole your kink is not my kink, and non-consensually involving people in your kink, which is what you do, in the most obvious way, and trying to force that on them and make it so obvious for them. With me, I like to, don't mind keeping it down low, and, if people mistake it for like a fashion thing, a lifestyle, a trend or whatever, that's not my problem. I don't mind. Either way, I'm just doing what I do, and I'm not going to force it on people or push it in their faces, as it were. I mean, a lot of people get into this lifestyle and initially they're very proud of it and they just want to just have it all out there, and it's very, I guess, I don't know if it's relieving or if it makes them feel better, comforting to find people, but at the same time realise that not everybody's into that, I guess. So yeah, everyday life kink, it can be done, and it's not as obvious as what people think it is. It's a lot more subtle, and a lot of people don't really know about it. Hey Chris, how's it going? It's a nice sunny morning out, and I'll show you my parsley. Look at this, it's going to seed, but I've still got plenty of things that I can cut. Like I've been experimenting because there's been a lot of cabbage moths. As you can see, little caterpillars have been eating things away, but I've got some nestled among the parsley, and I haven't really given much attention to this lot. So the fact that they haven't been completely decimated kind of lends credence to some of the thoughts about putting it amongst parsley and other stuff that are very strong smelling. Apparently cabbage moths are all very territorial. Look at this. I got tomatoes. Tomatoes growing. Some are being eaten, like in there. Some are being eaten. See? But yeah, try and get them growing as much as possible. Is that the only one being eaten? I don't know. I don't know what this one is. I think this is like a radishy thing. That might be a radishy thing. I don't know. And my shallots going to seed. I'll let it do its thing. Kind of a casual gardener that way. Let me put it this way. If it grows well in one spot and keeps growing in that spot, just keep it in that spot. Anyway, with everyday kink, how do you keep kink in your everyday? Do you do it every day? Some people would like to do it every day and they say, oh, it's not possible. And say, well, you can find workarounds. As I've talked to people, if they want to do things, it's like, well, find a workaround. I mean, you don't have to make it like really obvious. It could just be your own private thing. Like, know that you're being kinky, and in a crowd of people that have no idea what's going on. That's a pretty awesome thing. Yep. Do you like it every day? What are your workarounds? And what are the instances where it's just absolutely not possible to do some of the things that you want to do, or it's more difficult? Like, I have and will do like manual labor and stuff like that in rubber, but there are times when I judge either my body is not up to it, it's too hot because the summers here get like about, low to mid 30 degrees Celsius here. And I think this year it's going to be really, really humid. So you can imagine being outdoors in the sun, wearing latex, and that would not be good. That would be hazardous to health, and then I think I might restrict it to just during my office hours, like getting changed when I go in and out and doing stuff. So it can be a pain, but just making sure that I wear clothes that I can easily change in and out of if I'm going to go out for an hour or two and do some heavy labour stuff, and then come back in and change back into my clothes. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later. And that rooster's really starting to annoy me. We have a lot of birds here, roosters notwithstanding. Okay, I'll catch you guys later. Keep calm, stay kinky. Yeah, see ya, bye.